Hello and welcome to the show. I'm BK Tyagi, the host for the show, and in one of our earlier program, we discussed how from a job seeker I could be a job generator or by becoming a S&T based entrepreneur. Today we have two distinguished guests in our studio to share their experience as how from a researcher's point of view I can have the facility to convert my research into a product or I can take it towards a logical end. And our first guest is Dr. Anita Gupta. She is a scientist G and head innovation and entrepreneurship, National Science and Technology Entrepreneurship Development Board, Department of Science and Technology. And Dr. Anita, you are welcome to the our show. And our second guest is Ashish Jain, CEO, GSSS Business Incubator, Noida. Ashish ji, you are also welcome to the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
My first question is to both of you. I think considering your wide range of experience, what is more difficult in the sense like it's generating knowledge or managing knowledge? First, Dr. Gupta, from you.
See, DST has been in the business of generating knowledge.
Yes.
That is a primary mandate.
Yes.
Managing knowledge, or we, in today's parlance, we call it managing innovations. That is a much more challenging domain, and that's how we are in this business. And managing innovations require a lot of complementary skill set, a lot of networks, a lot of connects, a lot of, you can say, another value added services added to the core innovation. If I say, if a patent has been granted, until unless you have a clear pathways and framework of monetizing it in the form of useful products and services through the route of entrepreneurship or maybe commercialization to any industry leaders. I think this is the domain which is actually really talk of the town nowadays, because our economy is driven by innovation, and it's two key pillars of economy is innovation and entrepreneurship, and we are focusing on that to actually how to streamline the management aspect, management of innovation in a timely manner, in a structured manner, and in an efficient and hassle-free manner.
Now, like Ashish ji, how you feel that? Like, which is the more important aspect in the sense?
I think management of knowledge is more important because we as an Indian society, the education system is such that generation of knowledge is not a problem. We are tutored that right from the beginning in a cat race that you have to hold information, knowledge, and the more you do and more the learning you do, the better the marks, and that's the success parameter. But we have not been told how this can be utilized and monetized. So people, even if with PhD degrees, are unable to get jobs, and that's the disconnect. And disconnection of this kind is impacting us because we have many disadvantages or disinsinuations in not attracting talent towards higher education because the job is not directly linked with it. So now a new education policy which has come, national education policy, try to bridge that to a certain extent. In case it is implemented well, I think that will address the utilization, commercialization, and actual application of that knowledge will come into play, which is the management of knowledge.
Okay. I think this is a known fact that we are number 3 now in so far as the publication of research papers is concerned. But majority of them are never converted into a product or technology. Yeah. So you as a business incubator, means in what way you are working as an extended arm of DST or NEB division?
Yeah, so the mandate is that we have to attract. We are arms of DST. So we are first of all awareness arm. We create that awareness among the target audience because we have the end user reach. Once this awareness that these are the things which are enabling schemes available from the government, so we make them aware so that those who are on the borderline understands the need, converts and gravitate towards such a scheme. Second is, if they come with an idea or they come with a particular conceptualization that this new product is needed, we help them in transforming that idea into a reality. Not only a product realization, but also market realization. How would they get business and sustain? So these are the big outline paradigm and vision with which we help awareness, product development, and commercialization. These are the three key pillars where incubators and extended arm of DST and NEB work for the last mile connectivity, where we are directly every day linked with the startups and the ventures.
Can you give a specific example by which, in which all those steps has been followed and the technology or the product has been commercialized, starting from the idea level to?
So I'll give an example. We have a startup. It is called Arogyam. Now Arogyam has a product which is basically a chemistry analyzer. It is a pathology lab analyzer for testing blood and urine samples.
Okay.
Now, if you go into a pathology lab, the machine is bulky and it costs at least 12 lakh rupees. Their machine is 1.5 lakh rupees. Moreover, it is portable. It goes to the village.
Okay.
You take it as if it is. It can fit in a mobile phone size kit. You take it into the village. Doctors are unable to go to the village. This kit goes there. If there is a nursing station in the village, then this particular product works there by nursing station taking the drawing the blood and putting it under this particular machine. It is a small machine. It works on the camera of the mobile phone.
Okay.
Now, how did we attract them? By making them aware that such a scheme exists. They got attracted to our an accelerator program which DST supported and funded. They joined that. We helped them in market access. We told them that these are the various places where their market could be. So we created a joint go-to-market strategy. While the founders themselves have been in the corporate life for long. And they got inspired for developing such a product long time back, and they have been developing, but they were hesitant how they would put this into the market.
Okay.
So this combination of awareness helped them in attracting towards an entrepreneurial venture, and they also got a blueprint for this.
Okay. But what kind of problem generally you face, like bringing more and more people into, like taking up instead of a job, they should at least at thought level, they should think for, becoming an entrepreneur, especially after doing their research. So what kind of the problem you face when you mobilize, because you are doing a lot of awareness program, training programs, and I think even camps also being done. But how much of them is being materialized finally? That's still.
So as per our, in terms of, we have recently done a study, the kind of, we nearly train about 1 lakh of people, youth, in various modules of training programs, spanning from entrepreneurship development, faculty development, women entrepreneurship development, technology-based entrepreneurship. I think the success rate in terms of translation of these trainees into real entrepreneurs is really, you can say, heartening to note. I think close to 60% really convert and they take up entrepreneurship as a career, maybe in next 5 years down the line.
Okay.
So we have equipped them, empowered them with the kind of knowledge and skill set. And when we talk about really galvanizing the support from the academic community through our Nidhi programs, we have been trying to tap them young, catch them young. And also we have partnered with various industries in various domains. If you talk of, say, industrial sort of a challenges or social challenges, wherein we target two different verticals, student level And open innovation through startup level, India Innovation Growth Program is a multiple partner program, because as we say that innovation needs really good teamwork to scale up. Similarly, in order to have a program of this nature, which has positioned really well in tapping close to thousands of innovations in one call, you name it, Millennium Alliance, Power of Ideas, these are the, you can say, funneling program for where innovators exist. We do not know. So these are programs we tap innovations across India, and there's a very structured process. How do we filter them? How do we curate them? And once they are shortlisted as the top ones, which has a real commercial potential, we give them due support, connect them to the incubators across the country, and mentor them. So it is not that we stop them by only merely awarding them. There's a longish engagement, because we need to connect them with the right set of institutions, networks, which as a NSTDB, as a part of our activities we have created. So they need to be really connected to right set of incubators if they are domain focused. So we have many agri incubators. You talk. We have now, instead of agripreneurs, because of focus which everyone is putting, we have agripreneurs. We have entrepreneurs who are in the sanitation, hygiene, sanipreneurs. We have astronomy, the astropreneurs. So although tech entrepreneurs is the overarching kind of a nomenclature, you name in the entertainment, media, entertainment, gaming, edupreneurs in the education domain. So this is a kind of, you can say, impact sort of which has been created. And entrepreneurship, as now, fortunately, we have new role models, and this new role models have really given such an inspiration to our youth. I'm told, you go to any IIT without any formal support in hostels, there could be at least 50 to 100 startups working on their own. And this is the tipping point, and this is the very heartening to note that our ecosystem is really maturing. It has evolved to that level that not looking for support. They on their own, because information is at disposal, schemes are so many, governments is all geared up, industry is also coming forward, investor, so all pieces of ecosystem are really working in symphony.
So you want to say that the culture which we are talking about, the innovation and entrepreneurship, or which you said is now being called as a startup, is now evolving.
It has caught up really well. In last 4 years, and I think Ashish should also watch for this.
Before I think I should come to Ashish, because I want to know, like, what have been your experience in converting some of those researchers. But before that, I think I have to take a small break, and don't go away. We'll be right back very soon.
India Science is an internet-based science TV channel initiated by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, implemented and managed by Vigyan Prasar. India Science on the URL www.indiascience.in is a bilingual channel with content in Hindi and English. It can be accessed on any internet-enabled device. This video platform is dedicated to science and technology knowledge dissemination, with a strong commitment to spreading scientific awareness, especially with Indian perspectives, ethos and cultural context. The India Science mobile app can be downloaded from the Google Play Store and Apple Store.
Welcome back, Ashish ji. What had been your experience in dealing with or providing that mentorship or providing that incubation? Just from like A to Z, just to...
I'll start this mentoring thing because I've been an entrepreneur for 10 long years, between 94 to 2004. This entrepreneur bug always inspired me to do something. So I've been in corporate life with multinational companies, but this entrepreneurship kept bugging me. What am I doing? Should do more. So I started this journey in 2013 when I was trying to find out who the startups are and tried going to the various events, which were business events, not startup events, and got some people who were thinking of starting their own. Now, this gentleman which I got, he was a youngster, had bright idea in his eyes, and he wanted to start, but he was hesitant. Why was he hesitant? Because his parents were not allowing him to start.
That's a whole, the problem.
So
Yes.
I had to convince his parents first before he could give, before his parents could give him 2 years,
Okay.
and then his journey started.
Means it was like in that, Jeele Simran apni zindagi ho, some kind of
Yes.
that. Yeah.
So that was a negotiation that 2 years you would give to him. He will be getting some support in the financial terms up to a particular X amount.
Okay.
And beyond which he will not ask for means. And after 2 years, in case he fails, he will go back to what you say. So that was a negotiation.
Okay.
So from that particular time, 7 years back to today, I see youngsters coming in nearly every day. We get 60 inquiries every month without inducing. And if we have plans, like we are rolling out EIR right now, so we have over 100 applications. So those are on top of it. So these inquiries are coming because there is a widespread awareness about the government startup policy and the support. So everybody knows what is startup and whether it is their cup of tea. At least one part has already been solved.
Okay. Okay. But like you being an exception in terms of you had a corporate experience also, and then you ventured into entrepreneurship.
No, I went into entrepreneurship first and then corporate.
Then corporate. Then what was the reason for that?
I sold my company.
Huh?
I sold my company in 2004.
Okay. This is again something like I found like most of people who start their own startup and it is sold it out to a big company.
Yes.
Why they are doing so? Why they could not?
See, entrepreneurship is basically creating value.
Yeah.
Creating value for yourself as well as for your business. So at that particular point in time, I thought I was in travel business. Travel means it was a IT for travel. And we had created products which were numero uno in India. We were number one.
Yeah.
Best of the customers in India were our customers. That's why we got attraction from a Croatian company who purchased us. And why they purchased us? Because they were interested in putting more money, take it global. We didn't have that much of resources. So I thought my ideation, my product would continue sustenance in a longer run. It would be wider and better. I won't be able to have the resources to take it to the next scale.
Okay. Dr. Anita, this is a problem. Once like startup reaches to a one level, so you take it to the next level, either the expertise is not there, the resources are not there. Only alternative is to sold it out to some multinational company. So if we look at like, and this is the trend because I have seen that it's a trend most of the time. Then what about our Atmanirbharta? In terms of, because the initial our focus is to start that startup which help in the national progress in one way or the other. But if it's going to, after doing so much of, mentoring or taking them to the next level, and if the company is sold out or the product is sold out to such a company which is bigger and making huge profit, then I think the whole purpose, do you think, is defeated?
No. I don't take it that way.
No,
See,
you have to educate me because as a commoner, I feel so.
There could be multiple perspectives. How do you look at Atmanirbharta? Immediately, I think what our current focus is, whatever products which are not being made in India, let us figure out, do the mapping in first place, which we can build at our own place. And then what is required to enable such kind of manufacturing to happen, create those enabling conditions, create the kind of infrastructure. So as there are 5 I's which are involved in Atmanirbharta.
let's take an example of this COVID kit, testing kit.
Yeah.
So if suppose some of our lab or a group of students who are into virology and something, they came out with a kit which is better than what is available in the market. But looking at this is perspective and the future of this COVID is going to stay with us. Suppose some big company, if it buy that product, IPR issue, then again, like our whole purpose, do you think is not defeated?
No, see, when we are promoting and actually asking our innovators, our entrepreneurs to come out indigenous products,
Yeah.
we are actually nurturing the creativity. Once, and everyone has seen in the last 5 months or so how from zero we have made surplus. Talk of PP kit. Nothing was being manufactured, everything
Yes.
was being imported,
Yes.
be it China, Korea,
Yes,
Germany, US. Now we are in a position, I think we have from number 2, must have become number 1 in terms of PPs. Same is the case with the diagnostic kits. Same is the case, talk of the ventilators. No ventilators, top end, which are ICU level or intensive care. These were not there, but we had the capabilities, we had the talent, and our startup utilized the power of collaboration, power of getting access to the mentors at really in a very speedy manner at the right time, and that's how this journey was fast tracked. And DST through its Kavach program, which we rolled out in fag end of March as a rapid response to tackle the COVID-19 situations. We also had a very overwhelming response with 800 plus of startup solutions in 5 thematic areas. All these areas were covered. Respiratory aids, you talk of diagnostic kits, and even the newer kind of solutions which were addressed. See, when you have mask and PPEs, what happens to their disposal part? Are we creating another set of problem with the huge kind of PPEs which are being used and utilized, and nobody has thought of disposable? Is there any solution for reusable PPEs? Or we have a longest duration of mask with the antimicrobial coating.
Yeah.
So these are kind of innovations which our entrepreneurs have really thought of very timely and came out with very viable solutions. And ventilators are also being now exported to other developing countries. So Atmanirbharta doesn't mean only for India. We have to make for the world as well. So world is a huge market. So
not make in India, but make for the world.
See,
also,
make in India, made for India, make for the world.
World,
Everything all together without compromising on the quality, but it has to be really affordable, accessible, and available.
Okay.
So these are the.
Ashish, I think I'll ask you. Yeah.
Can
would
I
you like
add to it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So selling companies is not a bad word. IBM sold its microcomputer business to Lenovo. There are instances of Nokia selling its network business to Ericsson. Big
Yeah,
companies
these are
also
big players.
No,
actually.
but
They are
selling
big
is not
players, I
selling.
think. Can we compare with the because
I would
something
say business is
Yeah.
selling and buying.
Okay.
You are creating value.
you look at the thing in a different way.
It's
Yeah,
ultimately
so it is-
transaction, business
Yeah,
transaction
yeah,
which
yeah,
takes
So
place.
smaller companies see value that they have on the wherewithal. Moreover, there are stages. So there is a ideation stage company which makes the product. They do fantastically well. McDonald's is an example where the original founder created the product. That means SOPs for how to make the burgers. But it was ultimately sold to person who have sold the franchises.
Yeah.
So there was a different skill required for that segment of the business.
So this, I think, as a scientist, and if I see a potential for a product, I need to learn this marketing or the business management trick as well. Okay, I'll come to you, Ashish, to the next question. But before that, I think I have to take a small break. And don't go away. We'll be right back after this short break.
India Science is an internet-based science TV channel initiated by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, implemented and managed by Vigyan Prasar. India Science on the URL www.indiascience.in is a bilingual channel with content in Hindi and English. It can be accessed on any internet-enabled device. This video platform is dedicated to science and technology knowledge dissemination with a strong commitment to spreading scientific awareness, especially with Indian perspectives, ethos and cultural context. The India Science mobile app can be downloaded from the Google Play Store and Apple Store.
Welcome back, Ashish ji. When you select a aspiring entrepreneur for mentoring or providing that incubation, what are the criteria generally you look at? Suppose I'm approaching you and I have given my idea. So what are your
It's a mix of science and art.
okay.
Science is that there's a methodical process. There are 5 parameters which we select. First is what is the strength of the idea, whether it is marketable. When we say marketable, will customers be able to pay for the same? Third is what is the execution power of the team.
Okay.
So whether team is all fulfilled in themselves to execute the venture, to take to market and make it a commercial success. That's very important. In fact, highest percentage of weight is on that. Fourth is whether this is making any impact. And fifth is scalability.
Okay.
Because technology entrepreneurship has to have scale. Then only the investment will come. If it is a small business, only a district level business or state level business, most people would not be interested. So it has to be a scalable business because we are using technology. Technology enables scalability. So these are the 5 parameters.
So means like we are trying to bringing Lakshmi and Saraswati at a same platform because
Yes.
conventionally it is not so because they don't look at it each other. But is it possible, like if before coming to you I had a team, like I have an idea but I found a person who has a capital to initially to invest. Is it possible to approach you for mentorship and this incubation?
Yeah. So there are multiple stages. Suppose somebody has only an idea, they come at pre-incubation stage. We help them for doing the product development, which it starts from minimum viable product into a full-fledged product. Second stage is we help them in market launch stage.
Okay.
So your product is ready, you can launch it in the market and we tell you how to launch.
Okay.
Third stage is if they don't have the funds of their own, we help them connect with the investors.
Okay.
These are 3 basic pillars of any business.
So that means like if the idea is good, it can be taken to its logical.
In fact, I would say investors are flush with money.
Okay.
Even during COVID time, they have invested more than what they had invested in 2019.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And what is the motivation for that?
Motivation is they're buying it cheap.
They're buying it cheap. And also, I think COVID-19 has given, it has transformed, totally society. A new social order has emerged. So there are a lot of area where this new innovation or
Absolutely.
can be done. I think the potential is more.
Edutech, online edutech is a big plus. Grocery items, online grocery deliveries, online shopping is itself is a very big plus. In case you have health tech products, of course, they are in great demand. So there are many things which are pluses. Travel has just flopped for the time being, but it will bounce.
Yeah.
Tourism is going to bounce, but there are no takers right now. In case there is, so Travel Triangle is an example, and this is a company which is also interested by some investors at a throwaway prices.
Okay.
So those are also the deals which
Okay, as a
some
part of
people.
game, I
Yes,
think.
it is an opportunity game.
So basically, the risk taking and as the situation is coming, transforming itself in such a way that you always have that profit in your mind.
If
No,
somebody
may
has
I
a good
add,
idea,
like,
Yeah, please.
see, the challenging times becomes the most opportunate times for
Yeah.
innovators and
Actually,
entrepreneurs.
Yes, exactly. I'm
And
saying
yes.
yeah, and we see the way
Uh-huh.
our entrepreneurs, suppose, as Ashish said, that travel and tourism has taken a big hit.
Uh-huh.
Hospitality sector has taken a big hit because
Yeah.
of COVID.
Yes.
But like the smart entrepreneurs,
Uh-huh.
they really look for what could be the next course immediately
Yes.
and pivot.
Yeah.
So pivoting is also an integral part of which defines the success of an entrepreneur in the journey, because these kind of challenges nobody had anticipated beforehand, and really you have to rise to the occasion. How quickly you can really resolve this and look for newer opportunities. I think in travel, I recently heard that some of the destinations in Uttarakhand, they are equipping the destinations as a new destination for work from home. You just shift, the companies will shift their employees for a time being. It's a new ambience, new environment, and maybe the productivity rises much more.
Okay.
So these are the new avenues which are being experimented as of now. And just to add the previous question, in terms of, you raised the point of Saraswati,
Yeah.
and Lakshmi, may
bringing-
add Durga also
Yeah.
to it,
Yeah.
because I think there are three different verticals which we focus on for entrepreneurship. First is the Ichha Shakti. Ichha Shakti is the motivation. So you may call which goddess provides the Ichha Shakti. Second is the your Gyan Shakti.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yes,
Saraswati is there. You need to be equipped with the right set of knowledge, skills. And third is the Karm Shakti, where the Durga and all your monetization, everything will fructify.
Okay.
So these are the three pillars of entrepreneurship, and would be possible. And everything we need to focus only on this. And with the COVID, we in fact, we all have pivoted our models. In terms of our offerings, in terms of incubator offerings,
Okay.
we have to exhibit the traits of being a really dynamic entrepreneur.
So my last question quickly to both of you is, in a time of now we have to adopt a new normal. What are the possibilities this new normal is offering in terms of innovation and entrepreneurship? I think both of you can supplement.
So we have already talked about the sectors which have really emerged post-COVID. I think we can divide two sectors each. And like, while I'll be focusing more on the healthcare and education, the other gaming entertainment is a one sector, a new format. We need some avenues of gaming entertainment. So you see OTT format which has emerged for all the movies and all programs are getting released. So we have to really
and the film industry has they've adopted in a very nice way to
they
the
also
new normal,
pivoted to this model in no lesser time. And similarly, we have to look for and see the games. IPL will be played with the new kind of format with no audience at all. So how you quickly adapt to the current needs.
This is also part of management when as an innovator, it's like adjusting or aligning with the current scenario and changing the business model as well as
adaptation to new normals.
That is a trait of an entrepreneur, a businessman.
Okay.
I think one last thing which I want to say: digitization is going to take a long. Is the new normal. Anything which we can digitize, any opportunity where some digital data can be generated, is the one should venture into.
You can say our entrepreneurs or our innovators should look at
the possibilities.
I would take it a step further, because be it Atmanirbhar, innovation is the central piece of being Atmanirbhar, and so is the case of technology. See, without innovation and technology, I think you can't dream of the efficiency, the efficacy, the quality, and bridging the urban-rural divide. So technology and innovation, these are the areas which really we need to focus on, and this will be the game changer for India to really arrive. We have already arrived in many ways, but in a much more, you can say, planned and structured manner, and really realize the dream of being a very Atmanirbhar, self-reliant India. I think we are underpinning our hopes on our talented youth. And most fortunate part is government is fully actually geared up, be it state government, central government, industry, all organizations and incubators like which
We
Ashish
are
is heading.
open to now this.
And our main beneficiary, torch bearers, brand ambassadors are startups. We have a big force of more than 35,000 startups, which is the official tally. It may be many more. And then these are the ones who will, these are the change agents and positive change agents. And that's how we are very confident when we meet next time. Maybe India is on a different trajectory altogether.
Okay, I think let's hope that India should be into another trajectory at that time. And I would like to thank both of you for being on our show, on our program, and sharing very interesting insight, which is very inspiring and motivating for our young innovators. So thank you,
Thank you.
Ashish ji and
Thank you.
Dr. Anita. Thank you very
you.
much.
Thank you so much.
And that's all for today. And how you like the show, please do share your views or comments on the email flash on the screen. That's all for the today, and take care yourself, your youngers, and especially your elders. Goodbye and namaste.